when we got the logic for our game in expression and game class, now we can make and connect to our game view controller the logic. Okay, so what we'll have to need in our game view controller is variable for the opponent, for the game. So I will make the variable which will contain the game logic object, and expression expression variable for the current picket expression from our buffer. Okay, so and after that I will need some UI in the game view controller. So I will need label for the remaining time, I will need label for the expression, and I will need the label from the score. Okay, and after that I need 3 buttons for the answers. Okay, for the result of answers. So I will need 1 for the correct and 2 for the wrong results. Okay, so I will make the first of I need to make the remaining time label. Okay, UE label, and it will, oh sorry for that, again the Xcode gets stuck. Okay, so now I will set the frame again to 0. So, and now for the better code, I will just copy this and I will rename the label to expression label and the score label. Okay, and now I will make the buttons for the answers. So I will call it answer button 1, and it will be UI button, and I will initialize it again by the frame trigger 0. And again I will just copy this and rename to 2 and second but and third button. So first, second and third button, sorry. Okay, and what I have to do now is to position my UI. Okay, so first of all I just need to set the delegate to my game. Okay, so I will, in the viewDidLoad function, set the self game delegate to self. So this is what I just said before in when I created the protocol for the game. So now I will pass to my game object the class, the game view controller object. Okay, so after that, when I in the game will call the function did game did start and game did end, it will call functions what I will implement like this. So now I have to implement all these functions from the game delegate. Okay, so I will just place here, and I will make them the body. So now if in the game will call to some some function like game did start on the delegate, it will call the function, this function, so it will be called the game did start in my view controller. Okay, so this is how to simple manage the events in your code or in your app, and this same thing was used in Objective-C as well. Okay, so I just say the self game delegate to self, and what I need now is the function to initialize the buttons. Okay, so first I will make the button. So I will create init buttons and and after that I have to create a function init labels. Okay, so I just make the body empty body and I just call it in the view did load. So init buttons and self init labels. Okay, so this is what I need, and now in the init function I will make the position for the buttons and title for the buttons and all what we did before in the menu view control. Okay, so I can simply just take this from my menu view and just copy here. So okay, and I have to rename again the name of the button. So and what I have to do is to set the frame differently. So now the button width will be this 100. So I, I will change it to it, and the epsilon position will be 250. Okay, so I will remove the title because I will set the title of the button every time what the expression will change. Okay, so every time I get a new expression I have to change the button titles. Okay, so all I can let same, but I have to remove this and I just copy paste it and I just rename the other, and here I have to make the third answer button. So now this will add some buttons to our game view controller. Okay, and I have to change the epsilon position. So so this is it, and what I will do is the initialization for the labels. Okay, labels is some like a text in our view, so it represents some text value in our view. So I will initialize the remaining time label. I will make the frame for that, so I have to make trigger rect make, and again I have to set it to no to 0 because I will make the width of the label of the view, so I don't need to make. So now I will have the position of the label in the top left corner, and now I set the width of the label to width of the frame view, so adjust width, and the height of the label it will be this. Okay, so this is it. Now I just set the remaining time label to the text of the remaining table to remaining, and I will place in the string the remaining time. Okay, in seconds. Okay, so this will, well, I get some error. Yeah. Okay, so This will set the text of the label to the remaining time of the game, okay? So now I have to just change the text color of the label. So I will set the text color to UI color black color. So this just change the color of the text, and I set the text alignment, what means the alignment of the text in the frame. Okay, so I just set it to the center. Okay, so the label will be centered in text in the label will be centered. Okay, and after that I have to again add the remaining time label to the view. So I just added the sub view to, and I will pass the time label. So this will initialize and position our label, remaining time label, and I again just copy paste and rename to expression label. Okay, expression label, and to score label. And what I need to do is I will remove this line because I will set the expression and score label after the game starts, because we don't need to see the expression and the score before the game starts. Okay, so I will just make it after the game started. Okay, so and I have to set the epsilon position of the label. So I will set it to 160 and 420. Okay, so the score label will be on the bottom of the screen. The expression will be in the some near the center, and the remaining time will be on the top of the screen. Okay, so when now I will run the simulator, when I press the single player button, I will see the buttons without the title, and I will see the remaining time. Okay, so oh, I got some error. Well, because I get this error because I forgot to pass the game to my controller. Okay, so I have to make game before I present the controller. So I have to make the game, and the game will be, for the testing is good to use some lower value. So I will just type 5 seconds, and I will set the game controller game property to wait, my Xcode gets stuck, so I have to wait. Okay, some errors, but it's working. So oh, nice. Okay, I have to set the game control game property to game what I created before, and and that's it. Okay, so that is what I need now. I think now I will not get any error. So when I pressed, okay, so now as you can see I got these 3 buttons for the answers, the remaining label where is 5 seconds. Somewhere there will be some expression label, and on the bottom will be the score label. Okay, so this is it, and next time I will show you how to add the logic to our, how to connect the logic from the game to our game controller.